We're on the record in cause number 324366, case of style of state of Texas versus John Tejas Somalia Grogan. Is that correct? How you doing, Ms. Grogan?
I'm okay.
Okay, that's good. Now, Ms. Grogan, I understand that your attorney had a medical emergency. So stand over there, you're gonna get your reset and you'll be on the far X. You'll be free to go.
Got a trusty butcher here. She has no attorney.
What page is it?
She's on the,
Third, no.
yeah, middle of page 3.
Trustee Leanna Butcher. All right. Now, your full name is Trustee Leanna Butcher.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Butcher?
I'm blessed, sir. How you doing? I'm fine. How you doing?
That's good. Now, Ms. Butcher, last time you was here, you stated you wanted to hire an attorney. Have you hired your attorney?
No, I'm still saving money. I lost my job, so therefore I'm trying to see if y'all can give me more time or.
Well, I mean, you remember you have 3 options. First option, as a defendant in a criminal case, you may hire your attorney. The second option is if you do not have enough money to hire an attorney, you may request an attorney be appointed to represent you. Or number 3, you may represent yourself.
Yes, sir.
And if you want an attorney to represent you and have enough money to hire one, the case will be reset to give you time to hire an
I'm
attorney.
trying to save it.
So you will still want to hire your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Butcher, would 30 days be enough?
I'll need maybe like 2 months, sir, to August. Is it possible?
Okay, when was our case reset to hire first time? Let's see, when was the last reset? Well, actually, when did she sign her judge's explanation? Okay, we'll reset you 60 days to give you time to hire.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, stand on the X or the 4X and you'll be free to go.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Dennis Pinckney. We're on the record in 4 cases. First case is cause number 321-542. Second case is cause number 322-566. Third case is cause number 328-390. And the fourth case is cause number 328-392. All 4 cases are style of the state of Texas versus Dennis Lee Pinckney Jr. Is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Pinckney?
Yeah.
That's good. Now, Mr. Pinckney, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Don Boudreaux. Mr. Boudreaux, how are you doing?
Yes, fine, sir.
That's good. Now, I see, Mr. Pinckney, that you had have a felony case. Okay. And have your felony case been reset?
Yes, sir.
What is the reset date, Mr. Boudreaux?
July. 12th of July.
July 12th?
Okay.
Okay, you want this case set on the same day, Mr. Boudreaux?
Yes.
July 12th, okay. We're gonna reset it to July 12th, 2021. Mr. Pinckney, get your reset. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And Mr. Pinckney, it's on the same date. You know that you have to report there and report here. And then when you finish there and come back here, okay. All right,
Judge, are the other 3 cases set the same day?
yes, everything is set on the same day,
The 12th. Okay.
right. She gonna give you your reset, Mr. Boudreaux. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Judge.
Are you welcome?
Go ahead and sign it for me.
Who is this person? What else, Collins? Okay. Yeah, Mr. Pickney, that door is locked. Langston did not answer on Cassiano either. Eduardo Cassiano? Mr. Bailey,
Yes.
would you please call Eduardo Cassiano? I think that's Mr. Adams, one of Mr. Adams' case.
Hey, that's at 1:30. No, that's not.
What's that 1:30?
I'm sorry, that's the wrong thing. Yeah, it's not.
Well, I don't have that docket. Is his case is on my docket too? Well, okay. I see the judge. Okay, that's Calais.
Yeah.
Sit down from the judge, please.
Yeah, that's at 1:30. Okay, this your attorney is Mr. Adams?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just have a seat. I think he's next door in another court.
Okay.
Just have a seat in the courtroom. Was Akeisha DeVault? That's on the announcement docket, page 4, Attorney Alvin Samuel is the attorney.
He's in CDC, he said he'll be back.
Okay, she can have a seat in here. Her name is Akeisha is she, yeah, Akeisha DeVault.
Yeah.
Well, that's, David Grove.
Thank you. It was a nice night.
We on the record in cause number 326292-2. In case the style of state of Texas versus Gary L. Carrington. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Ms. Carrington?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. Ms. Carrington, you're here with your attorney, Mr. Burbank. Mr. Burbank, how are you doing?
Doing fine, Judge.
That's good. Mr. Burbank, you have an announcement you'd like to make?
We do. It came to my attention that she was accepted for pretrial diversion. She was supposed to sign in April. I was in the middle of a trial, I believe, next door. And so she was able to sign. The next time is August,
First Thursday in August.
first Thursday in August. And she's set to sign then, Judge, to get.
Okay, so we've set it, is that August 16th? We reset it? Okay, we're gonna reset it for August the 16th,
Is that the same
2021.
day as signing?
No, the signing is the first week, which in the first 7 days.
The 5th?
Right, right. And normally what happens is if she signs up, the state normally dismiss the case the next day or two. Okay, so, which means that she would not have to come for the 16th. Now, if she doesn't sign up, the case is
We will
not
be here.
dismissed, she has to be here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
Are you
just-
excused to that date?
yes, you may be excused. And once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day. And Ms. Carrington, you have a blessed day as well. Antonio Zanta. That's on the third page of the pretrial conference docket at the top, the first case. He's here. It's start with an XANTE.
Antonio Zante.
That was reset?
Yes, that was reset.
Well, it was reset last week?
Yeah.
Oh, he has hired an attorney?
He has hired an attorney, Tom Rowan.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
They had him marked as being here.
Who's here?
Oh, he was still here. Is he still here?
Yeah, but his attorney,
No, but I'm just saying if he's still here, you could tell him to,
he's not here.
I think we sent him his way.
okay. Okay, getting back to our trial docket.
We've got Julio Perez here, Jared Gilchrist here on Zoom and discuss that. I've got John Patrick Road. Mayo.
Is she in here?
Who's that?
Is she in here?
Yeah.
She came, you reset it already. That's the one, Grogan attorney had a medical condition,
Yeah.
medical emergency. You have Mark Seeger? Mark Seeger? Would you please come forward? We're on the record in cause number 327188. Case of style of state of Texas versus Mark Allen Seeger. Ms. Seeger, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Seeger? That's good. Mr. Seeger, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. West. Mr. West, how are you doing?
Doing good, Your Honor.
That's good. Mr. West, case is on the trial docket. What is your announcement?
Trial.
You ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, state.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Just have a seat. We got Tom Kelly ready. Courtesy is a bench trial. Victor is ready. Mr. Adams, you have Jimmy Thomas,
Yes, sir.
two cases, cause number 328208, cause number 328210. Both cases are style of State of Texas versus Jimmy Aura Thomas. Mr. Thomas is currently incarcerated. However, his attorney is present here. Mr. Adams. Mr. Adams, how are you doing?
Doing,
That's good. Mr. Adams, what is your announcement on Mr. Thomas's cases?
I think I can get them done by Thursday with the offer that was made on the case.
Okay, so you plea or what are you announcing?
Well, I gotta go to my client.
Okay, yeah, we, I mean, we pick a jury tomorrow, but I mean, you can just let us know something, today, cause we picking a jury tomorrow at 1:30.
If I can get the paperwork done and signed up. If he accepts everything when I go see him tonight.
Yeah, I think now that we probably could do it almost on any day now. Have to send our bailiff out there to, you know, because I think they have 2 rooms. Okay,
Let me try to go see him tonight. What we
Okay.
talked about, and then
so we
we'll go
just,
from there.
right now, we just holding as, I mean, if he doesn't take it, is he ready? You going to trial? Because that's where we are. I mean, right now, you number one because he's in jail.
Right.
He has, jail cases have priority. It's just say if the guy's incarcerated. So we need to know something. So I mean, I'll just have you as number one.
Just, right now, go see him.
Okay,
All right, I'll work on
okay,
that today.
we'll do that. All right,
All right.
okay. Oh, actually, yeah, he'll be number one. Okay. I think, Mr. Bailey,
Sir.
didn't you call Miss Dev, is this Devo, I think?
Yeah, she's present.
Okay,
She's present.
Ms. Devo, you can come forward. We're on the announcement docket, page 4. Cause number 327850, State of Texas versus Elkeisha Jatane Devault. How you doing, Ms. Devault?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Ms. Devault, you're represented here by your attorney, Mr. Owen Samuel. Mr. Samuel, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Your Honor. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Samuel, you have an announcement?
Your Honor, I think we have most of discovery, but I don't know about the DVDs. I'm just asking for one last opportunity, to make sure there are no DVDs to be received.
Okay, you want a standard reset?
Yes, sir.
Give us a standard 30-day reset. July 26, 2021, Mr. Samuel, you can get your reset.
Yes, sir.
Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. You have a blessed day. And Ms. Devault, once your attorney gives you a reset, you'll be free to go as well. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Okay.
You have to give one the
Clients here,
Um,
put the arrest.
We on the record in cause number 327-738. Case is style of state of Texas versus Julio Cesar Perez. We have Mr. Perez in court. He's represented by attorney Jared Gilthorpe. Attorney Gilthorpe is presently on Zoom. Mr. Gilthorpe, Mr. Perez doesn't speak English, is that correct?
As far as I know, that's correct.
Okay, now, Mr. Gilthorpe, would you please raise your right hand so that the court reporter can swear you in as
Yes.
an interpreter?
Do you solemnly swear that you will accurately translate Spanish to English and English to Spanish, so help you God?
Yes.
Okay. Now, just for the record, is your name Julio Cesar Perez?
Para los registros, su nombre es Julio César Pérez, ¿sí? Yes.
And how are you doing, Mr. Perez?
¿Y cómo está hoy, señor Pérez?
Muy bien, usted.
Very well, Judge.
All right. Now, Mr. Gilthorpe, do you have an announcement you'd like to make in Mr. Perez's case?
Yes, Judge, we'd like to be placed on the trial docket.
Okay, just hold on for a trial date. There's a list she didn't give you. Do you have that list?
You have it? August 2nd. Oh, wait, no. You have a lot of people. We've been
I think
sending
she'd been
October.
sent in October and November. That's Mr. Cragen, put your mic on mute. Okay, thank you. I think she was in November.
November 29th.
Mr. Gilthorpe, the case is going to be reset for trial November the 29th.
That'll work, Judge. Thank you.
And could you tell Mr. Perez his case is set for November the 29th and he can stand on the 4X in front of the coordinator to get his reset?
Yes, Judge. Señor Pérez, le movieron su caso. Estamos fijados para un caso final en noviembre de este año. Y si puede pasar a su mano izquierda, la señora le va a dar un papel que tiene la fecha exacta de cuando tiene su corte nuevo, ¿ok?
Okay.
Okay, and Mr. Gilthorpe, this will, well, let's conclude this case.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to Larry McCragen's on the pre-trial docket. Here on our pre-trial conference docket, case of style of state of Texas versus Laramie Cragen. We're on the record in cause number 321-149, cause number 321-151, cause number 321-153, and cause number 321-157. All four cases are styled the state of Texas versus Laramie Cragen. We have Mr. appearing via Zoom. Mr. Cragen, how are you doing?
I'm great, sir. Sorry I couldn't be there in person. I'm working in Montana.
Okay. Now, Mr. Cragen, you're here represented by your attorney who is also appearing via Zoom. Mr. Henry Cole III. Mr. Cole, how are you doing?
I'm good, Judge.
Mr. Cole, what is your announcement in Mr. Cragen's cases?
Your Honor, it was going to be a trial, but now Mr. Cragen's informed me he wants to see if we can work out a plea bargain. I've called Mr. Boyd this morning. We missed each other, but if he'll make us an offer, a good offer, then I think we'll get these cases moved, Your Honor. So,
Okay. And how much time do y'all need?
sir?
The prosecutor say he's gonna send the offer out today. So how much
Yes,
time
sir.
do you need to set it for court?
I don't know, maybe it's 30 days for sure. Laramie's working in Montana, and he'll have to be down here in person to do the plea.
Right.
So, whatever you think is best, Your Honor. At least 30 days.
At least let's give him 45. We're gonna reset it 45 days.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to August the 16th.
August the 16th and 9 o'clock.
Yes, and Mr. Cragen, your reset will be sent to you. And Mr. Cole, your reset will be sent to you. And Mr.
Yes,
Cragen,
sir.
stand back with your attorney and your bondsman. And Mr. Cragen, this will conclude your case. You're free to go. You have a blessed day, and you be safe in Montana. And Mr. Cole,
Yes, sir. You also.
your case as well. You're free to go. We will send you your resets, and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too. Appreciate it.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay. Here. We're on a record in cause number 325089. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Brandon Dwayne Kirksey. Mr. Kirksey, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Kirksey, you're here with your attorney, Ms. Lori Perazzo, and the state is present with Assistant District Attorney Julie Maxey. State, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor. We're ready.
Now, this is a bench trial. Both parties, well, defense, are you waiving a jury trial in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, you consent to the waiver of the jury trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you like to present the information, Ms. Maxey?
Yes, Your Honor. In the name and by authority of the state of Texas comes now the undersigned Assistant Criminal District Attorney of Jefferson County, Texas, on behalf of the state of Texas, and presents in and to the County Court Law of Jefferson County, Texas, that in Jefferson County, Texas, Brandon Dwayne Kirksey, hereafter styled the defendant, heretofore on or about November 1st, 2019, did then and there intentionally, knowingly, and recklessly cause bodily injury to another, namely Peyton Ballard, hereafter styled the complainant, by striking complainant in the nose with his hands. And at the time of said assault, complainant was a member of defendant's family against the peace and dignity of the state.
Okay, Mr. Kirksey, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest?
No contest. Not guilty.
Not guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Mr. Kirksey, before we go on, I know you've come down here several times before, so your face looked a little familiar. Have I ever represented you before in a case or anything?
I've seen you before, yes, sir. I mean, I've just seen you.
Okay, but I mean, I've never represented you as an attorney or anything.
No, sir.
Okay, I just want to make sure we had a conflict. Now, State, you like to present an opening statement, or you waive your opening statement?
The state will waive opening statement, Your Honor.
Defense?
I'll waive, the defense will waive opening statement as well, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, State, you like to present your case in chief?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, the state would like to call Peyton Ballard.
Peyton Ballard?
Peyton Ballard. Peyton Ballard. No response, Your Honor.
Okay, no response.
Your Honor,
State,
I'd like the record to reflect that we have reached out to Ms. Ballard multiple times in attempts to contact her. With that said, the state rests.
okay. Ms. Perazzo?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, based on insufficient evidence presented by the state, the defense moves for a verdict of not guilty and a judgment finding the defendant not guilty.
Okay, that shall be granted, be an instructive verdict. Mr. Kirksey, you've been found not guilty of this offense. You'll be free to go. We can give you a copy of the judgment before you leave. All right? All right, you have a blessed day. All right.
Yes, sir.
We on the regular cause number 323-892-1. Case of style State of Texas versus Derek Howard. Mr. Howard, the state has. Okay, let me repeat that. We on the record cause number 323-892-1. Case of style State of Texas versus Derek Wayne Howard. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Howard?
Okay.
I'm doing fine, Mr. Howard. You're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Mr. Jack Lawrence. How you doing, Mr. Lawrence?
Just fine, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Howard, the state has signed a dismissal on your case. Filed a motion and I've signed the dismissal. Your attorney, I think, has a copy of that dismissal. Once you get your dismissal, you'll be free to go. You need to stand on the X. The court clerk need to give you some information right here on the X. She can tell you what you.
When you go downstairs, show them that dismissal so you can get your cash bond, okay? And you have to have your ID.
On our trial docket, I know there's an offer on the table, but the number one case is Jimmy Thomas. That's Mr. Adams' case. I know they have something on the table, but we won't know until tomorrow, but he's the number one case. Number two case is gonna be Jamie Gore. That case is 1,500 something days old. Okay, so that case is that Gore is number two. The Sanchez case, we're looking at setting that case for Monday of next week. Tuesday of next week. The defense attorney has a federal setting tomorrow and Wednesday, and then Thursday we have our jail run docket, so we won't be able to schedule to pick a jury on Thursday. So we're gonna set that, if we could get a jury next week, that'll be set on Tuesday. Well, if we get our own jury, we might be able to set it Monday. Yeah, we're gonna, that's gonna be set, let's tentatively set it for Monday at 1:30. That is if we able to get a jury. If not, then it'll go to our next week. Then the third case, in case that's set number 3 in this case, is Victor Williams.
You don't believe that's gonna be number 4?
Well, the one Monday, I didn't,
Okay.
I just took that out of the rotation for this week. And the the fifth case, no, Hernandez is a plea, right?
Ready when the court is, Judge.
Okay, Hernandez is a plea, okay. So Seeger, Mark Seeger is number 4. And Bellinger was dismissed, but that's to be dismissed. Yeah, so we got 4 cases. Okay. Okay, so I mean, we won't be able to do anything. These cases are set for tomorrow to pick a jury at 1:30. So y'all will show up tomorrow at 1:30. Okay. I don't know. But it's gonna be the first, second, third, or fourth case, but we're gonna go down in that order. Okay. And once, okay. Okay, so we ready on Hernandez?
Yes, Judge.
Brandon Hernandez? Thank you. Okay. We're on the record in cause number 327-022. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Brandon Hernandez. Mr. Hernandez, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Hernandez, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. How you doing, Mr. Hernandez?
Good, sir.
That's good, Mr. Hernandez. You're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Tom Kelly. Mr. Kelly, how are you doing?
Doing fine, Judge. Thank you.
That's good. Mr. Hernandez, the information in this case alleges that on or about May 6th of 2020, while you're in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of theft. Mr. Hernandez, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Hernandez, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, Mr. Hernandez, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hernandez, I have before me a document that is titled "The Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment," is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. Mr. Hernandez, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials on line 2. Line 2 is titled a box that's checked, well, there's a box checks that's titled "Nola Contendere," which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
And on page 3 of the same document, Mr. Hernandez, there's a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is a trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, Mr. Hernandez, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature above the line that's titled defendant?
Yes, sir.
2 boxes checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box states that you are waiving your right to appeal, which means you're giving up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hernandez, I also have another document before me that is titled the discovery certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is that your signature on the second line above the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Hernandez, prior to signing and initialing the documents that I've just mentioned, did your attorney, Mr. Kelly, go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you also like to offer State's Exhibit Number 2, the
Yes,
probable cause affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No objections either.
No objections. State's Exhibits Number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Kelly, you advised that counsel, Mr. Hernandez, is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
There's not, Judge.
Mr. Hernandez, your attorney, Mr. Kelly, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hernandez, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
The term of that agreement is 1 year deferred adjudication, $200 fine, 60 hours community service, a theft class, and also restitution in the amount of $368 to Tom Schwab.
Mr. Hernandez, the state is offering that you serve 1 year deferred adjudicated probation for this offense. During the 1 year probationary period, you'll be required to pay a fine of $200 plus court costs of $337, which comes to a total fine and court costs of $537. You will also be required to pay restitution in the amount of $368 payable to Tom Schwab. You will also be required to pay probation fees of $60 each month, a year analysis fee of $15 each month. Your total monthly installments, that is the amount that you have to pay each month for this offense, is $160. Mr. Hernandez, would you be able to pay the $160 each month?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hernandez, you will also be required to perform 60 hours of community service, attend and complete a theft class, and you will also be required to adhere to the other standard terms and conditions of this probation. Mr. Hernandez, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hernandez, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Hernandez, if you successfully complete the deferred probationary period, this case will be dismissed. It will not appear on your record as a conviction, and you may qualify for non-disclosure. You could talk to your attorney, Mr. Tom Kelly, about the non-disclosure. He's quite competent in these matters. Mr. Hernandez, please stand on the X next to your attorney. And once you finish with your case in this court, you'll be free to go. Stand on the X and follow the directions of our court coordinator, and you have a blessed day. And Mr. Kelly, this will conclude your case.
It does, Your Honor.
You'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day as well.
You as well, Your Honor. Thank you.
There's a signature there right here. If you sign it for me, you won't see it, but I will. You did here, well, they're actually at one thing. All this money. Looking for.
Mr. Moore, Okay, we're on the record in cause number 321-380, State of Texas versus Scott Moore. Mr. Moore, how are you doing?
It's been better if I didn't come over here and wait all day, but.
Yeah, I understand. Thanks for being patient. We wasn't aware that your attorney is in trial in Hardin County. So obviously you can't be in two places at one time. So, Mr. Moore, your case has to be reset and stand on the X, the 4X over there. She's gonna reset your case, stay in contact with your attorney and your bondsman. You'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And again, thanks for being patient. I guess where did Mr. West go?
He's right here.
Okay, because yeah, they can be excused. We just have to be back at 1:30 on tomorrow. Okay, you number 4, I think. Seeger?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you number 4.
1:30 tomorrow?
1:30, yeah. And that, okay. Yeah, Mr. Johns, you're excused. You be back tomorrow at 1:30.
Yes, sir. One second. Can I approach you on?
Okay.
If we go to trial tomorrow, I have some videotape that I may have to show. How can I show it on the big screen?
They have, there's a system, they can connect it.
Who is they?
The district attorney has access, normally they have
Is it a
access to that.
laptop?
It's a kind of laptop that they use.
I have a laptop.
Okay,
So where would it be connected to?
which all that stuff is over there in the corner.
Plug in somewhere around the elbow, but you have to get somebody from the DA to know how to hook it up.
Yeah, you have to get Edgar or somebody from the district attorney's office. He'll be able to hook it up for you. Okay. All right. And Mr. Is that Van right? Your case is going to be reset for 30 days. After we hadn't heard from your attorney. Yeah, Mr. Van Wright, you come on up. You can stand over there. We're gonna, we have to do this